Good morning, students. Well, this is Vikash Upadhyay, your GK science teacher. I know previous video I got science. Right now I am teaching you GK, general knowledge. So, students, from your syllabus, unit second, literature and writing, we will discuss on our another chapter literary masters. Okay, students. So, what do you mean by literary? Mean to say those person who contribute our literature, the review on literature in India are going to be known as literary masters. Students, literary awards are those awards which are conferred to the authors and poets for good piece of writing and their associated contributors toward betterment of Indian literature. Students, this includes literature works in any official recognized language or including English as well. Okay, some of these major awards are given by government by India, and while some others award given by different category and to the different organization. The article provide information about famous different Indian literature award and the institute organization offering those awards. So I will tell you the first award, which is the highest Indian literary award, is Gyanpith Award. What is Gyanpith Award? Gyanpith Award established in 1961. Established in 1961, awarded by Gyanpith Trust. This award provided or given by Gyanpith Trust, and the first award given to the G. Shankar Krupp in the year 1965. G. Shankar Krupp also got the Gyanpith Award in 1965. This is another literacy award given to the Bahujan Gyanpith organization. Students, and recent award of Gyanpith Award given to the Bhaichandra Namde in the year 2014. Students, Gyanpith Award is considered as the highest literature award in India. Highest literacy award in India is Gyanpith Award. It is considered to those citizens. It is considered to those Indian citizens, only Indian citizens who have done some exemplary literature works in any official language of India, even it is Hindi, Bengali, Kannada, Telugu, whatever the language he used to write his literature. Okay, this award is associated with a cash prize of 11 lakh. In the decoration includes bronze goddess Saraswati idol, which is known as the education or learnedness. Okay, and I will tell you some interesting fact about Gyanpith Award. Gyanpith Award, well-known philanthropist and of time of India newspaper Sahu Jain family establishes Gyanpith Trust in the year of 1961, and this trust is authority which confer this prestigious Gyanpith Awards. Okay, students, and this award is conferred to the Indian citizen only, not out of country. Only Indian citizen get the prize of Gyanpith Awards. Students, this award presented for lifetime achievement work of authors and not on single writing. It is a lifetime achievement. Till year 2014, 50% has been awarded by this prestigious award. Till year 2014, from 1961 to till 2014, there are 50% who got this prestigious award. The first awarded G. Shankar Kurup got this award in 1965 for his Malayalam poem collection named Oda Pujul. The first Hindi author to get this prestigious award was Sumitra Nandan Pant in the year of 1968, and the first Bengali writer or author to get this prestigious award was Tara Shankar Bandyopadhyay, who got this prestigious award after G. Shankar Kurup and Sumitra Nandan Pant. And also the only author belonging to Punjabi literature who got this award is Amrita Pritam in 1981 for work of Kagaj Ke Canvas. Okay. Next, highly Indian literature award is Sahitya Akademi. Another Indian literature award is Sahitya Akademi. Sahitya Akademi established in 1968. It is established in 1968. This is the second highest Indian literature award. First awarded by Sahitya Akademi, Government of India. First awardee S. Radhakrishnan, former President of India, and recent awardee is S. L. Bhayappa, which is comes from Kannada, and C. Nayan Reddy, which comes from Telugu in the year of 2015. This is the second highest literary award and the highest literary award conferred by Government of India. This award established in 1968, in the year of 1968, and the former President S. Radhakrishnan was the first awardee of this prestigious award after Sahitya Akademi. Okay, this award is conferred to making immortal literature works in any one of the official approved 22 languages of India, including Rajasthani and English, making the total acceptable language is 24. After 22 registered languages, we can write the novel or write or poet in the language of Rajasthani and English. So total language registered for the Sahitya Akademi is 24. Okay. So first honorary fellow was Leopold S. Senghor from Shanghai, Senegal, and the last honorary fellowship was V. Naipaul in the year of 2016. Students, after this award, the third highest award of Indian literature is Sahitya Akademi Award. Sahitya Akademi Award. This award established in 1954. This award established in 1954 and after awarded by Sahitya Akademi, Government of India. Sahitya Akademi, Government of India. This is the second highest, this is the third highest literature award conferred by Government of India, and overall third, not the second highest, and overall third highest award of India. This award is also provided by Sahitya Akademi. This award carry cash prize of 1 lakh, and other important award provided by Sahitya Akademi are Premchand Fellowship. Premchand Fellowship, Bhasha Shaman Anand Komasri Fellowship, and Translation Award. First awardee of and first Hindi poet to get this award was Makhan Lal Chaturvedi for his book Him Tarangini in the year 1955. And some authors who were among the first awarded of this award were Jivan Dan Das belong from Bengal, Lakshman Sastri Joshi from Marathi, and Kevampu from Kannada, and Jitendra Nath Dovara from Assam. Okay, students, so these all award, after this award, another award which is known as Janpith Award, also established in 1961, carry a cash prize of 11 lakh and goddess of Saraswati coin, and also the first awardee of this Janpith Award is G. Shankar Kurpa, and least is first one is 1961 who got this prize. Okay, students, so here is another some name which is given to your book which is provided by St. Paul's in your syllabus. The first one is R.K. Narayan. R.K. Narayan. He is the best. He is the best known for a story based in and around the village of Malgudi. Everyone heard the name or not? You just watch the television, watch this shows on a television TV, Malgudi days. So written by R.K. Narayan. He has won the Sahitya Akademi Award for the book The Guide in 1960. Another one is Salman Rushdie. Salman Rushdie is the Booker Prize winner of his book Midnight Children. Booker Prize is also a literacy award which is given by Government of India to the Indian citizen. Okay, so Booker Prize is another literature prize given to the person who contribute in the field of literacy. Okay, so he got the Booker Prize for the book of Midnight Children, and he has also won the Booker Prize twice in 1993 and 2008. He got the Booker Prize twice in their life. First in 1993 and second in 2008. Another person who got contribute in the field of literacy is Jhumpa Lahiri. Jhumpa Lahiri won Pulitzer Prize. Pulitzer, Pulitzer. Pulitzer Prize is also another one literacy prize which given by Government of India. In the fiction of 1999 for the book Interpreter of Maldives, and the Highway Foundation PEN Award in 2000. Okay, another person who got the literacy prize is Vikram Seth. Vikram Seth has written a novel called A Suitable Boy. This is a novel with the name of the novel is A Suitable Boy, was published in 1993 and is one of the longest ever published a single volume in the English of language. Okay, another person who contribute in the field of literacy is Arundhati Roy, very renowned person, a very renowned name in the term of literacy, Arundhati Roy. Arundhati wrote her debut novel. Her first novel was The Gold of Small Things. The Gold of Small Things, which won her the Booker Prize in 1997. She also got the Booker Prize in 1997 after the Indian author. The name of the Indian author is Salman Rushdie, who got the Booker Prize in twice time. Okay. Another person after Arundhati Roy is Kiran Desai, which is won the various award, including the Man Booker Prize. She's also got the Booker Prize for the inheritance of laws. Okay. In the Fellowship of Creative Art, USA and Canada National Book Critics Cradle Award for Fiction. They got many more prizes after Indian prizes, which is known as the Sahitya Akademi Janpith Award, and many more. Last one is Amitabh Ghosh. Amitabh Ghosh has written the book The Glass Palace. The Glass Palace, which won the grand prize for the fiction at the Frankfurt International eBook Award in the 2001. Okay, students, and another one, Neil Mukherjee was the winner of the 2004 Anton Literacy Award, जिसे मैन बुकर प्राइज भी बोलते हैं, for his book The Lives of Others. The Lives of Others. Okay, students. Okay, students, after the literary masters, we moving our another topic which is known as phrases and their origin. Phrases and their origin. Students, in everyday speech, a phrase is any group of words. Any group of words often carrying a special idiomatic meaning. Special idiomatic meaning, in this sense it is synonymous with expression in linguistic analysis. A phrase is a group of words or possible a single word that function as a constituent in the syntax of sentences. A single unit with a grammatical hierarchy. A phrase is typical within a clause, but it is possible also for a phrase to be clauses to contain a clause within it. Okay, in simple meaning, the meaning of phrases is a style or manner of expression. Style or manner of expression. And here from the word phrases comes from, the word phrases come from Greek country, and where the name of phrases is Frasian. What is Frasian? Which is means of declare or tell something about any kind of meaning or phrases. After Frasian, the words come to the also originate from late Latin, which name is Pharisees. Pharisees. From the Pharisees, the word Pharisees comes, which means to style or manner of expression. Style or manner of expression. Okay, students, in English language is full of number of items and sayings. Number of items and sayings. There are derived from historical event and legend. They all items and sayings derived from historical and historical event or legends. Here are some items of phrases given into your book. Whereas first one is turn a blind eye. Turn a blind eye. Students, this phrase is often used to refer a willful refusal to acknowledge a particular reality. Acknowledge a particular reality. There is a very interesting story behind this phrase. There is a story behind this phrases, where they come from. Okay, so there was a British novel hero, Horatio Nelson. British hero Horatio Nelson, and his ships were pitted against a large Danish lawn fleet during 1801 Battle of Copenhagen. His office asked him to withdraw, but one-eyed Nelson brought his telescope to his bad eye and said, I really do not see the signal, and eventually he won the battle. So this Pharisees come from this story which is known as a historical event happened with the British naval hero Horatio Nelson that turned a blind eye. Another one is crocodile tear, which we can say that false tear. False tear. This Pharisees used to describe false sorrow. It is also usually described as a false sorrow. What this saying is actually derived from a medieval belief that crocodiles shed tears of sadness while they kill and consume the prey. The myth dates back as far as the 14th century and comes from a book called The Travels of Sir John Mandeville. In this book, the description of crocodile that quote the serpents slay men and eat them weeping, and they have no tongue. And this phrase become an item in the 16th century when it found the way into the work of Shakespeare known as Crocodile Tears. In the sequence of Adam and Pharisees, third one is rust in laurels. Rest in laurels. Okay, the Pharisees date back to the leaders and athletic star of ancient Greece during Hellenic time. During Hellenic time, laurel leaves were closely tied Apollo, the god of music, prophecy, and poetry. The plant then becomes a symbol of status and achievement. Victorious athlete at the ancient Python games received wreath made of laurel. So this practice and presented wealth to generals who won impure battle. That Pharisees, rest in laurels, comes from this event, or this is known as historical event. Okay. Last from this chapter is white elephant. The animal were considered highly scared creature in the Thailand. Highly scared creature in Thailand, but they were also used to give punishment. And according to a legend, if any person annoyed a Silence's king, he would present the culprit with white elephant, as this creature were very expensive to feed and take care. This term has since come to refer to any burdensome possession known as white elephant. Okay students, this is the enough, and I know the general knowledge subject is very wide. We are not able to teach each and everything because this is very big and wide. So students, if you have any problem to give from information which given by me, you can message me into our school apps. Okay, till then, thank you, have a nice day.